Welcome and back to Law Storytime. This is Law, and I'm joined by a special guest.
Dan the Man, video game fan.
From his YouTube channel.
Dan the Man, video game fan.
Today we're actually going to recreate a lost podcast that Nona has heard, but a storm took out, and now we're going to get some genuine reactions from this podcast. So let's get started. Are you ready?
Yeah, man.
First off, do you know you haven't listened to this podcast before?
I have not. I'm super excited.
So do you even know the premise of the podcast?
I think you tell stories and then the other person reacts.
That's very, very close to what it is. Yeah, so you want to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is the first podcast after a script that you were heavily involved in.
Okay. The one that we just went over?
Yes.
Yep.
We're not talking to each other.
Oh, we are?
We're talking to the people listening.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to tell me. I know I was there.
Oh, so you were cueing me in to talk about the script?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Oh, you mean the awesome script that we just finished about our adventures at a pizza place?
So if you had listened to Padres Pizza all the way through, this is King from Padres Pizza.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Also, Dan the Man on YouTube. Please follow his gaming channel.
It is very important that you put the video game fan because there are many Dan the Mans. So just also put in the video game fan and you'll see me there.
Also, any apologies to anybody listening while I adjust the sound levels. We did a test, but failed. All right, you ready to start?
Yeah.
So this is a very special group of podcasts. For a while, I wanted to start. Before I wanted to start a podcast, I wanted to start a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And the YouTube channel was going to be Dark Ideas for Advertisements.
Okay.
I have a lot of them, but our YouTube channel just ended up being this podcast.
Right.
Which, thank God for all our dedicated listeners, Caleb. Mom. All right, so let's start. We're going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right.
We're going to try to stay under 30 minutes. It doesn't matter anymore. Regular listeners to this podcast will know that I have paid the money to have another year of podcast. So you get
awesome.
you get 5 hours for free.
Mm-hmm.
So we're keeping it on 30 minutes to do 10.
Okay. Fair enough.
With the script, we maxed that out, and now it is a paid thing. So I am losing money on this podcast now.
Excellent. But as long as you have a good time, that's all that matters.
Is it?
Well, that's what I tell myself about my YouTube channel. So.
Yeah. Well, your YouTube channel is free. This is no longer free.
Yeah, no. The stuff I've got like about $1,700 in all the equipment I use.
Wow, that's more than this podcast. So.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the classic.
Okay.
This is the first one of the YouTube ideas that I've had for probably since high school. So it starts off, and there is a couple. No, I'm sorry. There's not a couple. There's no one. I started that out completely.
Wow, they've already
right.
died.
So it starts off, and there, it's somber music playing.
Okay.
And you start following this camera, and you see just clothes taken off. You start going up the stairs, you see socks. Then you go up a little further, and you see a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Then you see the pants. And then you finally see the underwear.
Right, I like where this is going.
And you go across, and it cuts across briefly. And you just see a woman's hand laying out. And you see a little blood around the hand.
Oh.
And it cuts away from that real quick. And it cuts around the corner. And there's a bedroom. You go through the bedroom. You see all these pictures of a happy family. It's a man. And it's a woman. And you see them at the Grand Canyon. You see them at the Eiffel Tower. You see them in Venice. And then it cuts back. And it goes slowly into the bathroom. It follows them into the bathroom. And you hear the shower running.
Mm-hmm.
And after you hear the shower running, just briefly, you hear a man crying. Just loud crying. Just That's a man crying to me.
Right, yeah, no.
That's more like Kevin Hart doing a woman crying, but so you hear a man crying, and it cuts in, and it just there's just a part in the shower curtain. It shows the water running down, and the faucet, and then all you see is just red running down the drain.
Oh no!
And then it slowly cuts out, and it's like, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh my God. Damn. That's messed up.
Did you like that one?
I did.
Do you think we could probably get Klondike to buy in on that? Do you think they'll sponsor this podcast?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah?
I don't see why they wouldn't. That's gold.
Yeah, I could see Manscaped being like, could you do something for our podcast? Do you listen to a lot of podcasts?
No.
No? Well, Manscaped sponsors everyone.
Okay.
If you're not sponsored by Manscaped, you're not making money on a podcast, basically.
Right.
So I could see like a Manscaped being like, and this is off the cuff. This isn't even planned. This isn't one of the 7. This is just my Manscaped commercial off the cuff.
All right. So Manscaped is like
Yeah. So Manscaped is cleaning up their advertisement is shave your balls, something along those lines.
Gotcha. Okay.
But like this is how I see like if they came to us and like, could you do a Manscaped commercial? This is how I could see it going.
All right.
I don't know, detective. They didn't leave any DNA evidence behind.
Yeah, not a single hair, not a single one, man.
Manscaped 3.0. Get rid of that bitch. All right, so for the people who have actually listened, we have done this before with Nona, SD Nona, and we got, we tried to do 30 minutes. We got 22 minutes in, and we had a power outage and lost the entire episode. And
that's a bummer.
The last thing I said before was Grandma's a cunt, so I'm going to get that out of the way now. You want to do it together?
Yeah, sure.
1, 2, 3.
Grandma's a cunt.
All right, I think we're good.
God, I just felt my Nana from heaven look down and shake her head like...
No, Dad. No, Dan the man.
Yeah.
All right, so this is another one that I wrote a long time ago, and I think it's great.
All right.
Also, the problem with the Klondike and this one is they're kind of old slogans, and actually I think the next one's kind of an old slogan too.
I've always felt a little bad for Klondike. I get the premise, and I think it's a good one, but anybody who stops for half a second goes like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, I guess while I'm getting some groceries, I just go down the frozen aisle and grab some out of the freezer and take them home.
Yeah, I mean... If you're a little basic bitch, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. I guess I could murder my wife. We don't know that she's dead. It just doesn't look great.
I mean, like, I kind of like to take the Klondike thing into the toilet paper situation. Like, what would you do to wipe your ass? I mean, to me,
whatever it took.
I'll never forget the first time that I saw toilet paper after the pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on the last roll, and I went to Rite Aid, and they got a shipment in, and they were fucking divvying it out between the employees.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I was there, and I was like, I get some of that? And they're like, I guess, how many rolls do you want? And so I was like, I'll just take one.
Well, you weren't being greedy enough.
No, I wasn't being greedy enough.
It's a pandemic, man. It's not a time to be humanitarian.
Yeah. But I was like, all right, so everyone in here took 2. You only have fucking 14 rolls, 14 packages of 4 rolls. So I was like, someone else is going to need to wipe their ass. I should have.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I had a bidet. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would still have a bidet, but it started leaking. So that's actually my Christmas wish.
Oh, good to know.
To anyone listening,
I'm not buying you a bidet. Caleb, Mom.
Strange benefactors listen to this.
And the NSA agent.
Dude, what if I just got one day, it was just like an email, it's like, how much do you need? I don't know what I'd say. A lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, you got it.
I'd have to anticipate money being the best, so I'd have to just throw out a big number. But then, like, they're like, okay, we'll ship those penguins right away.
Well, you know what they're, the ultimate, like, are you gay question? It's like, how much would it cost you to suck a dick?
A solid, like, 82 cents, probably.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like my number is higher than it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, used to be, like, if somebody was like, legitimately, I'll give you $10,000 to suck my dick. When you're living on ramen noodles, you're like, yeah, I'd probably do it.
Absolutely.
You know,
I'll give you the best blowjob of your life, bro.
Look,
Let's go.
It's not gay if you're trying to get some steak,
Right?
But like, so let's take that benefactor situation. And I just get an email. They're like, I just want to give you some money, and then they're like, how much? And you're like, how much do you want? And you're like, I don't know, $1 million. And then the next day, your fucking Patreon has $1 million, and then the next day you have an email. It's like, you suck my dick. I mean, then you already got the money. I mean, it kind of feels obligated. And I feel like that's being a woman in today's America. So the next story is... women are useless. So the next story is... so it's don't look at my phone.
I can't. There's a glare. I can't see it.
All right. Don't look at my phone because it'll ruin it.
Okay.
So the next story, it's this old couple, right? Not old enough to have dentures, but they still have their teeth.
Okay. And
the lady sits down. She comes to her husband. She sets down this gorgeous steak, porterhouse.
Oh, I'm invested now.
Right. She sets down a porterhouse.
Yes.
And then she kisses him on the head.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then comes and she sets down her own steak. And he looks at her, and they wink at each other. It's super sweet. And they're sitting in this table that's in front of a bay window. And then it zooms out, and in the bay window, you see a guy dressed in all black who's just staring at the two of them. He's basically like, have you seen those ADT commercials? Where it's just like the
burglar.
Yeah, there's never a black guy. Like they're like, no black guy robs things.
No.
Yeah, so it's just
which
it's just a white guy.
Smart move on their part, if we're being honest.
Yeah, he just kicks on the door and he's like, I'm gonna rob you right now, bitch. It's like ADT, homie. So it's that. It's the classic white guy in all black. Okay. And he's staring at him. And then what happens is on the table there's some A1 sauce. And so the old man starts pouring some A1 sauce, and then it cuts back out, and the guy's gone. And it cuts away, and it's the A1. A1 does 23 spices and blends of spices.
Yeah.
Right? And it's that, that B-roll of A1 pouring slowly on a steak.
And
it cuts back, and the two old people are stabbed to death on the table, and the guy who was outside is eating the steak, and it cuts away, and it's like, A1, it's that important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of dark.
It is.
It's on the same lines, though.
It's not that bad. I will say a properly cooked steak, as any meat connoisseur will tell you, doesn't need steak sauce. That being said,
bullshit.
I love A1. I'm down with A1. I like Heinz 57. If ketchup will do in a bind, but I'm just saying, I got a friend and he grills for us every now and then. He's like it's like a charcoal grill, and it takes forever. I actually ended up DoorDashing some KFC when I got to his house the other day because the steaks took so long to cook. So I got some chicken while he cooked them. But I've not once used steak sauce with his steaks.
You can tell me that? I just got back from Vegas where I bought a $130 steak cooked by French trained chefs. And it was fucking the best steak I've had second best steak I've had in my life. France has the best steak. They don't even have cows. I don't know how they do it. But you know what? A1 sauce is still better. I don't know, man. A1 sauce is just delicious.
Yeah.
It's
good.
It's not even the steak. It's like that steak sauce. It's perfect.
So I guess my point, real quick, is that you didn't need that A1 sauce to make it good.
No, I didn't need it.
So a good steak doesn't need it, but it does.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Like a good hamburger.
Right.
doesn't need ketchup.
It doesn't, but I'm not eating one without it.
But yeah, you put fucking ketchup on that shit.
Good point.
All right, so here's one that's less thought out than the other two. You know what? I might just we're 15 minutes in.
I was talking too much.
No, it's fine.
It is the point of a podcast.
It is the point of I listened to a podcast earlier, and they said so it's a news podcast, and they talk about news stories, and they didn't do a news story. 45 minutes they didn't do one news story, and they're like, well, this wasted some time, and that's pretty much what a podcast does.
Fair enough.
So this one is less thought out, and let's put some real shit to it, okay?
Okay.
All right, so in this commercial, it starts off and it's Jeffrey Dahmer's news footage.
Oh, okay, all right.
Today, Iowa, Indiana, where was he from? It started with an I, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought it was Minnesota. Oh.
Illinois, Minnesota. I don't care. Minnesota man Jeffrey Dahmer has been founded with 5 skulls in his refrigerator. It doesn't matter. We'll find the news footage. You don't have to look it up.
All right.
This is a fake commercial
okay.
in a podcast listened by Caleb, shout out, and my mom, shout out. So,
and me.
And, well, not yet. We'll see if it happens. So, Minnesota man, Jeffrey Dahmer.
How shitty would I have to be to literally be on the podcast and not listen to it?
I don't listen to it, so not really.
Fair enough.
Minnesota man, Jeffrey Dahmer was found with 12 skulls in his fridge and body parts found on his stove. On his table was found a plate halfway eaten on the plate was fine china, a fork, a knife, and Frank's Red Hot. And then it cuts away and it's like, I put that shit on everything.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, you like that one?
I put that shit on everything.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I like that you like that. Hey, I should say probably the last of these aren't as thought out as the first two because they've been in my mind for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's the next one, and I think you'll either appreciate this or hate this as a nurse.
Oh, okay, here we go.
So it starts off in the typical Life Alert commercial where the woman falls on. Grandma's a cunt. That's where it came from. Now I remember that. That's where it came from.
Nice.
Ah, fuck her. She's a cunt. So it falls down. She's, help, I fall and I can't get up. And she hits the Life Alert button.
Uh-huh.
And they get there. And so she hits the Life Alert button. And the paramedics get there and like, fuck this bitch. Let her die.
Damn.
And it's like, Life Alert. Only if you're good enough.
That would be it. You know, my mom's got a Life Alert now because she keeps falling.
Oh, yeah. My grandma probably should get one.
Yeah.
I love her. They'd be like, Life Alert. This bitch is Cleopatra. That's my grandma.
This bitch is Cleopatra.
Yeah.
She's good enough then.
All right, this one's on the same vein. I can kind of see my thought process. I probably should have switched it up a little bit, but it starts off and all you see are animals in a cage, and then all you hear is, in the arms of an angel.
Sarah McLachlan, 2 a.m. Let's go. Are you away?
And then the next thing. So I can't help but feeling like if ASPCA if they just didn't have a minute and a half commercials, they just cut it down to 30 minutes. They could probably save a lot more fucking dogs.
Right.
You know,
that's true.
No, like, God, if you don't need a celebrity to tell me that dog abuse is wrong.
Right.
Maybe just hire a homeless person and you could save like 18 more dogs.
Yeah, no, and then you're also giving him like a job, some income.
That's right. ASPCA is probably the worst community.
Probably.
Yeah. They're like, we hate dogs.
Right. Unless you guys want to
uh,
subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you guys are great.
Did you see PETA killed like 50,000 dogs last year.
What? Why?
Not on purpose. They just supported the wrong horse. So, so ASCSA, it starts off with "On the Arms of an Angel," and what's her face from Charmed?
Alyssa Milano.
I
got you.
on,
Yep.
and she's like, it's ridiculous about I can't.
Yeah.
So the dude comes on, the old dude, he's like diabetes. Also,
Oh, he just died recently.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Not that guy though.
Oh.
But the guy who looks like that guy is not famous.
Oh,
He's
okay.
He's like, for 15 cents a day, you could save an African child.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do the math, it's, what, $20 a month?
Right.
Or probably less than that. It's like $10 a month or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like the fucking ASPCA is like, for $72 a month. And you're like, man, I could save like 8 African children for this.
Right.
What do these dogs need that these African children are getting?
That's true. Why is there such a disparity there?
Like American dogs cost more than African children. Which is true. So anyway, so the ASCCA comes up. And
all they need is like a sandwich and a shirt. So.
Yeah. So
and the African kids too.
Yeah. Who's gonna buy their Halloween costumes if not you? Alyssa Milano, you worked your witchcraft on me.
Oh man, that was so cheesy.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's the ASPCA commercial, but I don't know if you've seen the modern ones, but what they do is after they do the "In the Arms of an," so they actually have the people going to the place to rescue the dogs.
Oh, okay.
And I just thought it would be hilarious to do "In the Arms of an," and then they go to the dogs. And they like fucking open the cage, and the dog just starts biting them, and they just start beating the fuck out of them.
It just attacks them.
Yeah. For ASPCA, $27 a day, you can make this dog not attack an ASPCA agent.
For only $119,000, you can cover the hospital bills.
Exactly.
Poor fucker we sit in there.
Yeah. All right. So there's 2 more left. This next one. All right, so we have 8 minutes. I don't know if I can cover 8 minutes in these, but we'll try. So this next one, let's get fucking serious. So we're going
instant fail.
We're not. No. We're not. So let's go back to when we were talking about the ADT commercials.
Okay.
So the ADT commercials refuse to put black people as robbers.
Right.
And I think that is discriminatory.
Okay.
I think it would be great to see a black robber and a white robber robbing a house together.
Right?
That's
Become
all I'm
like
saying.
unity.
Yeah.
Together, yeah.
I mean, all I'm saying is Black Lives Matter, so they can only shoot the white guy.
Right.
So anyway, so the
Jesus Christ.
I had a black guy in my house earlier. It's okay.
Yeah, does he listen to this podcast?
I mean, I told him about it, but I hope so. He's like, I can't find it. I can't find it. I was like, motherfucker, I subscribe to your fishing podcast. Okay, but he is black, but he does have a fishing YouTube channel.
I didn't know that. J Money's got a fishing.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I've got 2 new podcasts to join.
Fishing,
and maybe yours too.
No, he doesn't have a podcast. He has a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
where he,
but he
videotapes himself fishing.
Well, he's like, here's how to clean a fish.
Oh, okay.
And,
instructional videos.
I am not into gore.
Right.
So I've never watched any of his videos.
It is a little gross.
He's like, here, all you got to do, you cut the head off and you just scrape the skin off this motherfucker who's unfortunate to have hit my line.
Slice it down the belly, rip the guts out, toss them over.
Yeah. This is delicious. He's like, this is a soft-core crap. I just like to bite into them right now.
Sushi.
3-6 Mafia. So in this ADT commercial, there is a black family. Right, because there's never a black family in the ADT commercial. It's always some like She's like, I don't know what feminism is, but all I know is I'm going to not wear shoes and I'm going to cook and clean these dishes. Right? That's who gets broken into.
Right.
Also, criminals don't break in the middle of the day.
No.
Right? So fuck you.
Because it's very bright outside.
It's very bright outside. It's also a place where people are home.
Right.
Right. If you're gonna steal shit, you also don't want to get murdered.
Right.
Right. If you're like, oh yeah, I could do 1 year or I could do life. Well, fuck, man. I didn't get too much sleep last night, so I think that maybe noon is the best time. Maybe these bitches will be making tuna fish sandwiches and the kid will be on Zoom in the classroom.
That'd be the new age ADT commercial.
Yeah. Today, class, 3 times 3 is 9. Oh my God! Someone broke into my house. It would have to be the teacher, right?
Right.
So it's an ADT. I don't even remember what the outcome of this commercial is. I have to look it up again.
You've looked it up like 4 times.
I was just so angry about the ADT commercials. Nope, I looked at the wrong one. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I had it. So my commercial will be it's the ADT owner. It's like this white woman. She's fucking making a sandwich or whatever, and you know it's the typical. She breaks in the fucking ADT, and the guy, instead of running away like he does in the ADT commercials, normally he just starts walking in, and she reaches into the cabinet and pulls out a .38 and just shoots him to death.
Okay.
Bam, 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 bam. And then it goes from an ADT commercial too. So it's like ADT has 20 and just and it's like the NRA.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's yeah, don't break into my house in the middle of the day because I also have guns.
Right.
All right. So this is the last one. It's not. This one's not based on an actual commercial. This one's based on a pun that's terrible.
Okay.
All right.
I'm about that life.
All right. You do some filler for a minute. I need to take a drink before I get into this.
Some filler.
Yeah, talk about your games you're playing.
Okay, sure. So right now. There's 2 main web series where I play Skyrim. It's called The Road to Dragon Hunter. It was a suggestion from a friend who's like, yeah, put out some dragon hunt videos. And I started looking into it, and it is incredibly involved to like get skilled enough to kill a dragon. I mean, you kill one a couple minutes into the game, but that sets up the story.
What was it called?
The game, Skyrim.
Oh, okay. It's on what platform?
All of them.
Xbox,
Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation.
So it's an actual Elder Scrolls release?
Yeah, Elder Scrolls. Do you not know Skyrim? It's literally like it's the best-selling game year after year.
Well, I tried to play Oblivion, and I got bored in the first 15 seconds.
Elder Scrolls 5 is called Skyrim.
Yeah, I know what Skyrim is.
Okay, well, that's what I'm playing.
So they released DLC?
No. What I'm saying is the series I titled Road to Dragon Hunter. And it's where I create a character, and then it's about his journey to become what I consider a dragon hunter. I was going to just kill one dragon, but then like 15 minutes into the game to set up the story, you end up killing a dragon. So I was like, well, that was quick. And I was like, well, that just means I'm a dragon.
The end.
Yeah, thanks for watching. So I was like, well, that just makes me a dragon killer. So I've got to get well enough. If you're a dragon hunter, that means that like, if you're like the exterminator. When you have bugs in your house, you call an expert. So I'm going to like an expert dragon hunter. So that's what my character is, a lizard named Lizard.
Why?
Because that's what his parents named him. What do you mean why? Why is your name Chris? Wait, do we call you Chris on here?
It's I usually go by Claw, but
Claw. Sorry.
It's actually CH Riss.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus, for years I've been mispronouncing that.
Yeah, it's cleaning houses.
Oh,
really intensely.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah, I was born to be a house cleaner. I don't like to talk about it. So thanks.
Okay. I'm sorry. Another web series that I've got is the Retro Thursdays, where every Thursday I play classic games. Like right now we're doing Super Mario World, and I do half an hour at a time and see how far I can get. Which is about where this podcast is right now.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I paid for the year, so we have unlimited
oh,
time.
we can go over half an hour?
Yeah, we have unlimited time for a year. I just like to keep it about.
Oh, I got you. If you got kids that are into Minecraft, I've got something called Mission Minecraft, where it's just an old guy like me trying to learn how to play Minecraft, and that's pretty fun.
Do you like Minecraft?
Since I started this series, yeah, I've gotten into it.
I've considered buying it a couple of times, but every time I'm like, it seems like actual work. Like trying to, it's like I want to build a house. I don't know if I actually want to mine for this.
Right. It's addicting, but you're right. It is actual work. The series, the premise is I have a checklist that we start off with, and I have to do these things. So like this last one, it was like make stairs for the mine that you just made, and extend the animal farm. And so like I'm literally a farmer and a miner.
And so when am I going to be on your series?
Whenever. Just the next time I record, if you want. What are you doing tomorrow?
Tuesdays and Wednesdays work better for me. Let's talk about this off mic.
Sounds good.
All right, so you ready for this last one that's
I'm
a
ready.
terrible pun?
Yes, I'm so ready.
So it starts off, and it's all these Asian businessmen sitting around a bar, and they're drinking, and they're doing shots.
Mm-hmm.
And they do the shots, and they make the face like, oh, this is terrible.
Uh-huh.
Or, whatever it is in Japanese. Ah, chicka.
It's probably just, this is terrible.
I don't speak English.
Yeah, no,
Japan.
yeah. Almost every country in the world speaks English.
Yeah, but they don't do it like naturally. They don't go, this is terrible. Let me translate this in my head to say it out loud to other people.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? They say it in Japanese, which I'm pretty sure is ik, 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 ik.
Oh, have you used the new Translate app on the new iPhone iOS?
No, I don't have an iPhone. So let's not do it because
come on.
No, the joke is I just was making fun of Japanese. There's no Japanese people listening to this.
That's true.
All our Japanese audience, we love you.
Actually, yeah, I really love the Japanese culture.
Yeah, you do.
Like a lot of video game culture comes from the East.
God,
West,
it's
whatever
good to
direction
hear
they're
half
in.
this podcast loves Japan culture.
Have you never been to a Japanese steakhouse? It's great.
In America, yeah.
So what do they just call them? They just steakhouses? So what do they call Longhorns?
They call Longhorns in Japan?
American Steakhouse.
No, what they call no, it's Australian.
Australian.
No, I was thinking Outback. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think they have Japanese steak. I know they don't have Japanese steak. They don't cook that shit in Japan. Of the one person I know to go to Japan, they cook all that shit on the street.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, let's talk about this off mic. This isn't against my really offensive joke.
Okay.
So it's all these Japanese businessmen who speak perfect English who take shots, and they go, I don't like this.
Okay.
And then all you hear is, murr, murr, the fucking air horns going off.
Okay. I thought it was a cow.
And it's a cow. I probably should have started. It's air horns.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And then it slowly pans out, and then all you see is 1942, and then the nuke going off.
Oh, my God.
And it goes, are you tired of terrible sake? How about a sake that puts an explosion taste in your mouth?
Oh, my God.
Welcome to Nagasaki.
Oh, my God. Nagasaki.
Nagasaki. Yeah. Yeah. A
Jesus.
taste explosion. Anyway, this has been Lost Story Time, and I have been joined by Dan the Man.
Yeah, man. Dan the Man, video game fan.
Dan the Man, video game fan. Please follow him on YouTube. And until next time, keep writing.